Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Tonight's different. We're not just talking about a scary story. We're sort of stepping right into someone's actual nightmare. It's a really fascinating look at fear, how our minds grapple with things that just don't make sense. This account comes from the YouTube channel Lazy Masquerade. The video is called Scary True Story, Skin and Bones Horror Bites.
As we not.
And honestly, after hearing this, you might just rethink, well, any late night routines you have definitely gives you pause. So let's get into this encounter. It's one that probably leaves you with way more questions than answers about, well, reality itself. Okay, so this all started a few years back. The person telling the story describes themselves as naturally thin.
Like 5'9", for 118 pounds, already skinny. Anyway, it's midnight, it's cold, and they decide, hey, time for a jog around the block. They put on a windbreaker, matching jogging pants, same material. Sounds minor, right? But that detail, it actually becomes super important later on, trust me. Now, their street wasn't exactly flat. There's this huge hill on one side of their apartment and then a smaller one on the other side. The plan, run the whole way around, up both hills. Pretty ambitious for midnight, I'd say. But here's the thing. At the top of the biggest hill, there were these old, unfinished apartments. Some American guy bought them, started building. They just stopped, abandoned. And yeah, the place had a reputation, mostly frequented by junkies, as the storyteller puts it, not exactly welcoming. And despite knowing all this, knowing who hung around there, they made this, well, fateful decision to not just run around the block, but to actually cut through those abandoned apartments.
It's interesting how quickly something routine, something like a jog, can just shift, become something else entirely, especially when you choose to step off the known path.
Right.
Into those kinds of places, abandoned, neglected spaces.
Liminal spaces, yeah.
Exactly. There's an inherent vulnerability there. You trade the comfort of the familiar for the unknown. And choosing to go into a place like that, it almost primes you psychologically, makes you hyper awake.
So maybe already on edge before anything even happens.
Could be. Or maybe it's just curiosity pushing boundaries. Sometimes people feel weirdly invincible in familiar-ish areas, even near risky spots. But that choice, entering that space, it definitely sets the stage for how you perceive what happens next.
Right. So our jogger starts heading up that big, steep hill, and they remember being absolutely wiped out. Their legs were, quote, hurting like hell. But they kept going. Finally, they make it to the top. The hill levels out, turns into just a normal street again. And up ahead, there's a street light. But it wasn't a normal one. They described the light it gave off as very, very cheap and ugly yellow and orange, like a really sickly kind of glow. And standing right under that weird light, that's when they saw him, a guy, just standing there, wearing a muscle shirt and cargo shorts, which is odd given the cold. But the main thing was, he was skinny. And not just regular skinny. The storyteller, remember, is thin themselves. But this guy, they said he was abnormally skinny, disturbingly so, like, quote, pure bones covered in skin. And his posture, just as weird. He was just standing perfectly still, staring straight up, head aimed straight upwards at the night sky, not moving at all.
Wow. Okay, so that's immediately hitting what we call the uncanny valley. It's that feeling deep down when something looks almost human, but there's something fundamentally wrong. Our brains are wired to recognize human forms instantly, right? So when we see something that deviates so much, especially that extreme skinniness combined with the odd setting, it just screams wrongness. It's deeply unsettling.
It feels like a threat somehow.
Exactly. It bypasses rational thought and hits something primal. And that fixed upward gaze, that's a huge part of it too.
How so? What's with the staring at the sky?
Well, it's a total break from expected behavior. We look at each other, we look around, staring blankly upwards. It makes the figure seem disconnected, unpredictable. You can't read any intention. It's the lack of normal cues or maybe the presence of some unknowable alien intention that really ramps up the unease, makes him seem less human.
Okay, so against all common sense, really, our jogger approaches him, admits they acted like an idiot, and asking, are you okay? The reaction, well, it wasn't words. The figure slowly turns, looks right at the jogger, doesn't say anything. But the jogger sees his face. His teeth were rotten. And then he gives this really weird smile. And that was it. That was the absolute trigger. The jogger's mind just screamed, run! Things are obviously not right with this guy. And they turned and ran. Suddenly, all that exhaustion, gone? Legs hurting? Nope. Pure adrenaline dump. Their legs didn't hurt anymore. They just booked it. But they glanced back. And the horror just escalates. Because the skinny guy, he was really keeping up with me. Not just keeping up. He was, quote, way faster than me. And the way he moved, completely unnatural. His body seemed to glide with every step he took, like he wasn't even running normally. And his legs, those stick-thin legs, they looked like they were going to snap in half every time they came into contact with the floor. Just this horrifying combination of impossible speed and terrifying fragility.
Yeah, that's tapping into something really deep, that primal fear of being chased, but chased by something wrong, something that breaks the rules, the unnatural speed, the gliding motion. It defies our understanding of how bodies move. It's not just a person chasing you. It feels like something else, something potentially unstoppable.
Like something out of a nightmare?
Precisely. It's common in folklore, urban legends, the monster that moves in impossible ways. It strips away any sense of control or predictability. Rational thought just shuts down. It's pure survival instinct kicking in, escape.
And the silence, too, right? No heavy breathing mentioned, just gliding speed.
Exactly. The silence makes it even more alien, less human, plus that weird smile and the rotten teeth. It's not just menacing, it's diseased wrong. It makes you question, what is this thing?
So the chase is on, desperate flight. And somehow the jogger manages to get away for a moment. They lose him. But now they're totally lost. Ended up in a part of the block they'd never explored, pitch dark, unfamiliar, and just overwhelmed by terror. They said they were crying my eyes out, thinking I wasn't going to make it home that night. Just absolute despair. First instinct, hide. They duck down, get under a car, trying to vanish. But they can hear him. The skinny guy was walking around looking for me, searching. And the sound he made, he was dragging his feet, slowly, methodically.
Oh, that's chilling, the hiding phase.
Yeah.
Pure vulnerability. You're lost. It's dark. Every tiny sound feels magnified. And the dragging feet, that's worse than running footsteps in a way. It implies this slow, relentless patience. Like a predator that knows it has time. It's incredibly unnerving, suggests determination.
Yeah, turns the whole environment hostile. So, trying to improve their spot, they move from under the car to behind one of those giant trash cans. But then, remember the windbreaker and pants. Same material. As they move, the fabrics brush together. Makes that one noise they make when they brush up against each other. Just a faint rustle. But in that dead quiet, searching for someone, it was enough. It gave them away. They knew it instantly. Knew they'd been heard. So quick decision. Get up, run again. Use that split second after the noise. They take off, running for their life again. But they risk one more look back, bracing themselves to see him charging after them again. And this is maybe the weirdest, most terrifying part of the whole thing. They look back, and the skinny guy was just staring at the sky again, just back in that original pose, head tilted up, completely still. Like the chase, the search, none of it ever happened. Like he just reset.
That right there is what pushes this beyond a simple scary encounter into something deeply anomalous. It completely breaks the script. You expect a chase to resolve, somehow capture, escape, giving up. But for the pursuer to just revert, stop instantly, and go back to that inert, bizarre state, it defies any kind of rational explanation.
It makes no sense at all.
None. It's like a glitch in reality. It challenges our whole understanding of cause and effect, of motivation. What was that chase about if it could just be switched off? It leaves you questioning the fundamental nature of the encounter. It's profoundly disturbing because it's inexplicable.
Yeah, truly bizarre. So the jogger sees this pause, this reset, whatever it was, and they don't waste it. They run faster than ever down the hill, just desperate to get home. But in their panics, probably still shaking, they trip, fall hard, end up with very bad road burr on my face and torso, a nasty physical mark from the whole ordeal. Luckily, when they finally made it home, their mom was a nurse, so she was able to patch them up, treat the road rash. And, the lesson learned was pretty straightforward. After that night, I thought it'd be a better idea not to go jogging at midnight anymore. Can't argue with that. But wow, what an absolute chilling story, that pursuit. The speed, the silence, and then that sudden, baffling stop. Just returning to staring at the sky, it sticks with you. You're just left wondering, what was that? What did they actually encounter? The fear feels so real, so visceral.
It really does. And this kind of account, because it defies easy answers, forces us to confront how we deal with the truly unexplained. It doesn't fit neatly into ghost stories or cryptid encounters necessarily. It's just anomalous. And maybe the most unsettling things are those that resist any category we try to put them in. It highlights that struggle to make sense of things that seem fundamentally senseless, reminding us the unknown can be far stranger and maybe far more terrifying than anything we can imagine.
A powerful reminder, definitely. That sense of bewilderment mixed with terror.
Yeah.
Potent. Well, that's a heavy note to end on, but a fascinating one. If this deep dive into such a strange and disturbing encounter grabbed you and you want more stories that really get under your skin, do check out The Source. Find Horror Docs on YouTube, give them a like, share, subscribe. They share some truly unsettling stuff, like this account originally from Lazy Masquerade. Thanks for joining us as we explored this truly bizarre night. Stay safe out there, And, yeah, maybe stick to daytime jogs. Farewell for now.